It's June Tuesday, the 17th. I wish I could see the camera on the other side, but then I won't see the comments. You're stuck in your phone, Dot? Like scrolling? Or you can't get, like, exit out your phone? So it's 2025, June 17th. We're going to talk about complete relaxation. If you're always going to feel your best when you're completely relaxed. And for some people, they're just going to have to absolutely do completely nothing. So that means no TV, no surfing on your phone, not even playing with a dog. And when you get into this completely relaxed state, there's nothing better than this. You're always looking for this relaxed state. It's so simple, but people are too fidgety. It's actually the best state to be in. People want to know answers to their life. Some of them. They want to know what they should do next. You can only know truly by yourself and this goes for anyone, if you're completely relaxed. That's why you like opioids. Opioids only work Because you already have them in you. Else they wouldn't work. So we can reach an opioid like state even beyond that. That's what I'm getting at. Just got home, perfect timing. I love your blue uh, profile picture, Rich. Yeah, everything's perfect timing. My nails aren't even long. And why do you trim your nails? We want to be completely relaxed because nothing, we're always chasing after something. It's illicit, it's a facade because there's nothing to chase after. And if you do, you run. And then eventually you're out of breath. But most people cannot completely relax. We're not even talking about that right now, you. I like hardly ever even promote that, and that's for a surplus. So it's somebody that wants to connect one on one specifically. That's all it is. Hello, Lindsay. How are you, Rich G? And Lindsay, you will probably attest to this. When you feel the most relaxed, it's when you feel your best. It's actually when you connect with God the most, too. Because what God really is the most relaxed. being. And though we can't see him, you actually, to feel him, have to be the most relaxed. Because God, all he is an invisible entity. And for us to feel his frequency, they always talk about how the world is filled with vibrations. And so that's what God really is just a vibration. This is why all of the people never see God. Because he's so immaculate. You have to be completely relaxed. He's so immaculate. He's invisible. His presence is so strong. That's why we have this seed is implanted in us. And so we have to feel it. This is what makes the whole game because we keep searching outside of us. And a lot of people, a certain amount of people, they're always fidgety. So they never get the chance to feel God's creation. That is, it's inside of you. Yeah. You love being so simple because it is simple to feel. Life is really meant to be simple. People that go live off grid, people that live in villages and people that stay in caves, or maybe they're just homeless in a sense. They, some of them do that because life is just synchronized with time, with nature. They like a simple life. The more actually we make our life simple, the closer we get to nature, the closer we get to God. God bless everyone. And we always have this feeling. This is what they call enlightenment. And we forget it only when we go into our thoughts. Hello, Matthew DaCosta. And the one guy keeps making accounts and coming back in here. So we're just going to have to keep taking them out. God bless him, though. The thing is we forget when we get, as soon as we go into our thoughts, if we're not aware of the thought going on, then we get trapped in it. Entrapment. And so we have a feeling that we can feel all the time. And it's all around you, and it's also running inside of you. It's not exactly where your thoughts are when you're thinking. It's either outside of that as an alertness, or it's a inside. And we can always feel this. But then, boo, you have a thought. So you lose track of feeling alive. Hello, MK. Yeah, I didn't get the stream earlier today. I was gonna go into the woods, but the thing is, it's getting dark. So, one thing you can do is always come back. You can ask, who am I? And come back to your internal awareness. Even if you see you have a thought, try to see that thought as you are behind it and you're staring it down. So, as there is a compass, a handheld compass outside of you, there is actually an inside compass. And there is an internalized direction pointer. I'm so happy to be here with all you guys. I'm so honored. I'm so blessed. And the best thing is you guys. uh no, there's been one troll in the chat, Lego, just making like multiple accounts. Yeah, I might be making another moderator soon. I'm sorry. But I didn't get to go live earlier, and one of my favorite things is to be live. But we are all part of this together. We are all knocking down obstacles. Yeah. No, he's just been saying stuff, and he started talking about, yeah, just a bunch of random stuff. It's not- you quit looksmaxing.org. Yeah, of course you're gonna feel better mentally. You know, again, we just want to come to a complete relaxation. It's an actual form. Yeah. Because our mind, listen, is always rattling. And you'll never know what it's like. You need your mind to stop rattling. It doesn't matter what thought you have. That's a snake rattling. You want your mind completely still to just like a snake. You want your mind with nothing on it. Because every snake, a thought is just an energy form, and we're going to call them snakes. And they rattle your vibration. I'm so glad you got done with that, Lego. When you have a thought on your head and it's uncontrolled, you put your focus, your life force energy onto the thought. And then it basically consumes your energy, and it's in an uncontrolled manner. So what happens? It's erratic, is what it is. When you still your mind, or when you come back to just feeling your existence, there's no more thoughts taking that energy. So you come into the field, you literally become the field. It almost sounds fake, but you can only know it when you stop thinking in the identification of your thought. Oh, it's me. It's me. No, the real you is behind the thought. The thinking is like a disruption in the hologram. The, you, the soul behind there, the real you, it feels. So your soul does not think. Hello, nocturnalized. Yeah, it does consume your energy. Yeah. And one of the things that happens when you go towards enlightenment, or we'll just say when you get enlightenment, your thoughts, since you're not having them all the time, they're not taking all your energy. So it's like a release. It's like, oh, you're real tight, like a puppet string. You become attached to the thought, and then you just drop it. You can kind of just look around with your eyes, and as you do this with your eyes, you cannot think. All right, I'll see you later, Lego. I will be going live tomorrow morning. So I'll see you guys there. And the reason why I preach this, and there are techniques, is only because this is the best feeling ever. Like, there is no bullshit. You don't have to go run a marathon. I don't have to put you through a bunch of courses where you study exams and you have to do a bunch of research. Everybody in life, if you really want to know, is bullshitting you. So I cut through all the bullshit. And that's the way I like it. And so the whole reason that I'm here is because God knows I just go straight, simple, to the point. You don't have to go to Harvard for any of this. You don't have to go to college. And lo and behold, this is the best thing ever. Once you get this, then you can get anything in existence. Yeah, my phone died. Let's see. It's difficult for the average person to understand an authentic person. Yeah, well, when people are in that dark state, even though they don't know it, nocturnalized, uh, they recognize that state. So if you're emitting it, they, misery loves company. Dark loves the dark. That's why they hang around each other. And society, it puts it puts the darkness. That's what it showcases. That's the top priority. Yeah. So people in the industry and online, they don't like you seeing the light. They don't like you being good. My phone died. And as I was saying, we don't need no college. If you follow me, it's the best thing. The best feeling, the thing you're always searching for. We can get there. You can be free of this world. it'd be nice to have cash. Yeah, they don't even see their life. How would they be able to see authentic? Yeah. They're not used to seeing it. Like if you tell the truth, people are used to lies or they're used to a sugar-coated truth that they still see as a they it's a lie to them still. And yeah, you can't you can only change people. You can't force that. Thank you, Nocturnal Eyes. I appreciate that. Yeah. I, the the lantern actually it fell over right when the stream ended. So the same time that my phone battery died, the lantern fell over. So the best thing in the world is right now you just feel this. And when you feel this, it just it's who you are. And then whatever you feel like doing from this space, because this is a non thought state. And when you're just feeling the space, the no thought, you're going to feel inclined to do something. Sometimes you're just going to sit there because it really, really feels good to do nothing. They get a robot danger sign. Yeah, thank you for being here, Nocturnal Eyes. Thank you for being here, Matthew DaCosta. You're worried about the people that don't do self-care. Seriously. Yeah. Well, we are in a world where if you're in ignorance, it's going to get a whole lot more ignorant. And if you go towards the light, if you do what's good, and we can break down what is doing good, simply, it's feeling whatever feels good to you is what God wants you to do. Feel and laugh. Yeah. We always think we need to accomplish something, but the thing is, after you accomplish something, you're going to want to do another. What people really want to do, it's feel the source, and it's inside of you. You go turn on the video game, but we are the video game. And we can do so much if we study this. You're eating a Jersey Mike sub. Ignorance is taught and practiced. It's a drug that cycles. I'm scared because I'm so alone. You are ancient. So the best thing we can ever feel is just the reason why we came here. And we're externalized. We're plugged in. And once we start looking inward, then eventually we begin to feel. And then we start to feel our existence. And then you can do whatever you want. It's all just a surplus. And once you feel this, you're not going to want anything else. You're not going to give a shit about college exams. There is no college exam for this. Life is the test. It's a merry-go-round. Life wants you to distract. It wants to distract you. Because once you find out, it wants you to keep going, ongoing. Hello, Midzar Ramen. Life wants you to keep chasing. That's the game. But once you feel this inside of you and start looking inward, then you feel complete. There's nowhere else you have to go. nothing else you want to do. I have felt what you're talking about, but I still want to do things that involve owning objects. Well, as long as you can rest in this being and don't, you can do whatever you want. Where did that wild ring come from? It's actually closed, but I pried it open because it's too tight. And this comes from the Isha Foundation. Yeah. I want you to feel this all the time. No college. There's no bullshit. I'm giving you the shortcut to life. If there was something else that you need to know, I would let you know. But there are no secrets. It's only people that keep secrets, okay? That keep secrets from you. And they don't know either. Yeah. I just started wearing this ring again. I was it actually looks better that it's pulled out, and it is made of copper. I was always alone, and it was always the reason I'm being I am. If you take my solitude, well, whatever that you feel the need to do, yeah, God bless everyone. You'll see that I appreciate all you guys. Everyone, they're always doing something. Doing. But they don't know the something that's just there. It's doing nothing. So there's nowhere to go. I'm giving you this for free. People can't just give this to you because I have to come from a place, or so does anybody else. It has to come from a place of stillness. And a a lot of people cut out their breath, especially on YouTube, and then they just hit you with like fact after fact after fact after fact. First of all, that's unnatural. Two, it's just like an overburden. And three, you're just not going to get it. Yeah. You can be in this space yourself. You are this space. And once you tap into this, because it is your field, it's like Star Wars. They're using the Force. They have force. You ever seen force fields? We can really do that, but you have to be in. You have to feel it. Where do you think they get it from? Everything you see in a movie is a mimicry of what we can actually do. In fact, it's really just a distortion. Because we can do many things. And once you feel this inside of you, it's the end of life. Because there's nowhere else to go. You don't have to have another thought. And so there are ways to control your thoughts to where you dwindle them down. A wise man once said, freedom is inside of loneliness. Wow. Wow, who the hell said that? Being alone, you can only be trapped inside your head. So the thought, or when you think, because when you drop the thought and you have no thoughts on, then there is no loneliness. You've felt this before. And if any of the moderators are in here, my Cash App is the same as my YouTube name. If anybody wants to donate, there were a couple people trying to get in there yesterday, but they were just typing in my name wrong. Years ago, I realized what to do with friends. Yeah. Yeah. My YouTube, Snap, Crackle, Fizzle, it's if you want to donate some money so I can build a community in real life, that is my Cash App. Snap, crackle, fizzle. And the funny thing about that nocturnalize is when we're kids, we just go up to people and play with them. It's actually like really funny and cute. We just play with when we're kids. We just find others to play with. And when we're older, when we do meet someone new, before we actually become like deep friends, well, in any of your friends, you didn't know them at one point. So there was a time where you didn't know the person and then you became friends with them. But when did they really be from be not knowing the person to becoming friends with them? When did they become your friend? So everybody is your friend. Yeah. Well, that's a big problem with people is some people they never are by themselves. And being with other people is very beneficial. It's actually very beneficial to be with more people, but those people usually get they don't use it right and they never have solitude. Yeah. Wow, that's great nocturnalized. That's a great way to live. You're doing great. MK, thanks for the Uno. Papa G, yeah, Papa G. Tommy Thunder, bringing in that good ass Thunder. Yeah. Thanks for everyone for being here. It's been so delightful, and there are techniques so you can go inward. Now, I know I have all these free videos out, and I do these lives for free, but there's also specific techniques where you can actually get to know your soul for sure. And those are really the only techniques. While everybody might not need those, I have that in arsenal because some people might need that to find their soul. Dot came back. When you try, you die. Yeah. Another thing is you when you get so caught up in something, this is why they have like this is why people follow a guru. They call it bhakti, or you can call it volunteering, devotional services. Because when you become devoted towards something, you lose all your mind. Yeah, raising vibrations, there are actually ancient techniques that do that. But singing can raise your vibration, and so can exercise. When people get so devoted, they lose all their thoughts. They get so caught up in doing action that they actually are not thinking. They forget about it. And so they automatically start to feel amazing. You it's a it's a repercussion that when you stop thinking, when you drop your thoughts and stop identifying with them, it's a repercussion that you automatically feel the best you can. And this is why we're here. Yeah, you always look for an excuse to die. Unless your body's about to die. You feel the whole world in passion. Yeah. Singing is actually it's very symbolic. Again, you get lost in the voice. And so singing is the most highest vibrational thing you can do. It's the best thing you can do. Yeah, it's the topmost spiritual thing you could do. Yeah. And once we feel this inside of us, then we the feeling or the sense, I don't want to say it's a sense though. You feel like, "Oh, this is home. This is it." And it's just it is the sense of awareness. And this is why we're here to teach this. I've came here to teach this. Yeah, yeah. I mean, as a person who I've always loved to sing and be in rhythm, so I know firsthand that what music does to somebody. So when you get those old world of people singing, it's because it literally lifts the vibration. That's why when people chant, it's actually forgetting yourself, forgetting your focus, and going into a trance. And the best thing to always feel is to feel this, to feel right now. So a lot of people that are, it's, you could say it's your other body. You could say it's your energy body. But when they're addicted to the body, they'll always want sex. And sex is not, it's not the epitome. Sex is not the grand all do all scheme of things. I'm telling you this. Like, there could be a time in sex where you actually go, you get so involved, or there could be after you ejaculate the feeling, but you'll see that that feeling only lasts so long, and you don't need to do that. You can actually be in that feeling and beyond it all the time. And the first step would be to be aware. I don't forget myself. I fill my awareness with my awareness. So anytime that you have addiction to thoughts of sex, what you actually want, that's a lie. You want to actually feel your soul. That overrides it, and it's the most powerful thing. You don't need to do nothing. You become aware, and you become completely relaxed. Usually, if you want to take part in this, app to be absolutely relaxed, you're just going to have to do nothing. So not let all of around you go, but you also got to let all the thoughts go. That one's probably going to be harder. Okay? Now, being in here with me, so you know, is automatically going to dwindle down your thoughts. And it's actually going to give you little seeds of enlightenment. And they will grow to the Garden of Eden. Because once you get touched from another human being that has a stillness, it's with you for life. And so if you begin to activate it, then you can speed up the process. you can you can ripen your seed. That's what I'm here for. And because we're talking about, do not forget, how do you just, it's kind of hard to just drop your thoughts. You have to become completely relaxed. And the second choice, or actually the furthermost, is being in here live with me. In If you're actively reciprocative, being in person too. He's the Donald Trump of enlightenment. I don't know what made you say that. What, you're about Sadhguru? But yeah, yeah, I guess you could say he is like the Donald Trump of enlightenment. He is not direct, you know. Yeah, but that's okay. Yeah, he sometimes those Indians and just people in general, they beat around the bush. I just I was just never that type of person. And as we were saying before, I'm not taking you like Sadhguru is going to take you on a college exam, and I'm just saying no. You know, We don't have to do all that. Yeah. I just was always a person that I want to feel it, and I want to I want it raw. Yeah. But nonetheless, Sadhguru does have a lot of info, a lot of raw info. And then again, there are techniques. So I, you know, I that's why I'm going to be teaching Korea, because just talking about it for most people, they it's not enough. Sadhguru does know that, but just talking about enlightenment, talking about feeling God, some people need an actual technique. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if it's you want to call it natural pleasure, yes, it's passion. Just picking up seashells and dropping them as I go along. Yeah, I mean, sounds fun. Yeah, and everybody's a different person. You know, I'm gonna be like honest, to get an actual enlightened person, it's probably the rarest thing on earth. Yeah. Unfortunately, an enlightened person, they're usually not around a lot of people. They're usually not accessible. Yeah, just to be clear, I actively made sure I never followed anyone. Yeah, yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want to do. Yeah, I mean, you'll know when you feel connected to somebody. Uh, you're just gonna feel it. You might even like, if you're like still like awakening, you're gonna have like thoughts about it, like, yeah, this person, da 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 did. I was thinking about bringing forth generation native species, and what do you mean, DaCosta? Sagru just says sit. Yeah, yeah. What do you mean align with Kriya? What's going on, Kevin? Okay. What's your opinion on codependency? Towards what? Like, I guess you mean like a relationship. And I appreciate every one of you guys. from the bottom of my soul. May fortunes be bestowed among everybody. Appreciate you being here, Kevin. Uh, well, we're naturally pretty much entwined with nature. It is just our nature to be with other people. Now, you can use it for, you know, your advantage, as in for pleasure, for fun, but you can't just be attached. It's when we go into the tribes, we think we all are a football team. It's when we get into our ancestors, because everybody is our ancestor. Everybody is our tribe. They're all a part of us. And we are all that one energy. You have to have this as a life experience, though, to fully understand it. So, in ways, we can be dependent, but really no. Like, yeah, we can have a family and we can get stuff done, but you can do that with anybody. You can do it with the community. And that's usually how it's done. But to absolutely like, oh, I need this girl for sex. I need this girl for whatever it would be. Or it doesn't even have to be a girl or a sexual relationship. It's just that you become. It's more so like, oh, I love my grandma. You're becoming attached. Yeah. And most people are, they're not attached originally to a person. They're actually, you're free. Your natural existence is free flowing. But then we get someone, and then we kind of like tie into them, and then we get attached. We make all of our attachments. If if your girlfriend really doesn't bother you and she breaks up with you after many years, then you're pretty much enlightened. It depends, like how much are you gonna hurt from something. If your girlfriend's gonna leave you tomorrow, but you should be fine with, if you're already fine with it, if you're already fine with whatever happens, then you're just gonna laugh about it. There's not gonna be an external crisis. Like, if you're already fine with everything, if you're okay with everything, what can harm you? And when you're okay with everything, you're going to do what the F you want. Yeah. So, someone leaving you, it's not going to matter to you. You already you already feel amazing. Yeah. Well, I guess we're going to leave here soon. I'm going to be here tomorrow in the AM. If there's any last questions you want to ask, statements, yeah. I didn't get to go live earlier, so if you want to donate to my Cash App, Snap, Crackle, Fizzle, yeah. And if for some reason you would like a one-on-one for health and direct transmission of spirituality, and want what's best for you, you can sign up for a one-on-one consultation with me, and you just email me. I mean, I have so much. There's so much free stuff on my YouTube. Yeah. I have a bunch of more free stuff coming. Yeah. When you pay for something, it means you're interested. But we have stages of enlightenment coming through right here. So realistically, the lives and all of my free videos, if you follow them, yeah, that's all you need. But if you want specific direction and techniques, then that's the point of the one-on-one specifically. Everything else, college, full of shit. I mean, because this is what you want to know, and you want to go after this. Because once you know this, everything else is for fun. Everything else is a joke. And then you can feel your true calling. Yeah. Like, And it's just this feeling inside of us always being aware. Yeah. So it's very lucky that we've even came to this point, because most people in the universe, they're just caught up in the cycle. Yeah. Basically, you run on a cycle, and we are meant to break the cycle. This is the true, like, freedom, because our mind runs in a cycle, and when we break that, it's it's the biggest thing to break, because then you're free and know it all. You know why you came here. It's like a cocoon, and you are the cocoon, but you need to break inside of yourself. There is no other reason to be here on Earth. It sounds almost like depressing, but that's only to the mind. Because when you feel this, you just you just get whatever you need, and yeah, it's just beautiful. It's it's the ultimate thing to know. That's why we all come together. And we all want to feel this, because this is really the only thing to feel. Is this unforgiving love. It's unwavering. It is God's true essence. We never really know why we're here. And to some degree, to the thought, there is this unknowingness. But once you look inside, you start to see that, oh, when there's no thoughts, you are what you came to see. You wanted to see how long you'll be caught up in the circus. Because the circus, it can be fun. And you're gonna hit those downs, those ups, the downs. Life is like a roller coaster. And I actually have one of my books that I wrote that will be released for free is based off of that, like a roller coaster. It's actually, I'm not gonna say. but we're all thoughts and being stuck in the mind, having eyes on the mind, it's gonna it's gonna make you suffer eventually. Even if you have positive thoughts all the time, but that's right before enlightenment is just like pure positive thoughts, and then it lessens to the thoughts to whittle down. Yeah. So like the whole game of life and why we're here is just to express our soul, but you kind of have to feel it first. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's the world is probably going towards, they're all leaning towards awakening, but not everybody's going to become enlightened. You just, the real way is you really have to want it. Yeah. Does anybody have anything else to say? Yeah. Well, it's been like an hour and 37 minutes. I love the live. It was a night stream. Tomorrow we might have a special surprise. Yeah. So being here with me, even rewatching the live, it's going to be there. And now you can take this with you for life. It's a rarity. God bless you all for being here. May you feel that what's inside of you, and thank God for letting us experience this. I love you guys. I appreciate all you being here. Everything's going to change as it already is. And nothing feels better than being alive. See if you can feel alive. I'll see you guys later. Thank you all for being alive. It's such a pleasure to be here with all you guys. All right, I'll see you guys later.